Hi, welcome to What's Cooking with Rochelle. Today we are going to make crab cakes. Who doesn't love a fresh crab cake? And there's lots of different sauces that you can serve it with. And we will make a sauce for it after the crab cake, just so you know. All the ingredients we have here are for the crab cake itself. So to get started, we are going to saute a 1/4 cup of chopped red pepper, as well as a 1/4 cup of red onion. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the skillet on. We're going to saute that in one tablespoon of butter and a little bit of EVO, extra virgin olive oil. And the other one we're going to use for sauteing the crab cake itself. Okay, and we're going to let those saute for about 5 to 7 minutes, depending on how hot your skillet is, but we want to get those soft. We're going to then take them off of the heat to cool off just a minute so they don't cook in our crab cakes. So we're going to get together the base first. So for the base of this, I have a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. To that, I have 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt and 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper, and I did put those together. And then we are adding a 1/4 to a 1/2 a teaspoon, depending on how much spice you want, of Old Bay. Now, if you don't have Old Bay, you could make it yourself. It's a mixture of spices. Okay, then we are going to add 1 egg. And this is our binder. Get that all mixed in. Now to this, we are then going to, of course, add the crab. And if you have any big pieces like this, you can tear those apart, or you can leave them in big chunks if you want. This is fresh crab. If you wanted to do a cheaper version, obviously you could do imitation crab, but this is real crab here. And this is 8 ounces that we are mixing in here. Okay. And this should make anywhere between 4 and 5 decent sized crab cakes. You can serve crab cakes on their own as an entree. You could serve them as an appetizer, obviously. A great thing to do with crab cakes, I like crab cake egg benedict. So if you want to do a really nice breakfast one day, whether it's a holiday or you're celebrating with friends, that's something really cool. We have a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. You can use whatever kind of breadcrumbs you want. These were homemade breadcrumbs that I did. And you're going to see how that's going to bind it all together. Just give that a quick stir. And then we are going to put this in the refrigerator to kind of gel together for about 10 minutes. And by then our onions and red pepper will be cooked, cooled, and ready to add to this. So I'll see you back here in 10 minutes. Okay, our crab cakes have been in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes. The purpose of that is, like I said, to let the breadcrumbs kind of make it all bind together a little bit more. And while it's doing that, our peppers and onions have chilled. They're not frozen or even refrigerated, but they're just cooled. And then we're going to add fresh parsley to this. If you didn't want parsley, you could do dill, whatever you want for your herb. You're just going to give it a quick toss. And I have my skillet heating back up. In that skillet, I am going to put some the last pat of butter and a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and that's what we're going to cook them in. And we are just going to scoop these out. All right, and those are going to cook for a couple of minutes on the first side. We're going to flip them and cook them for a couple more minutes on the second side. Okay, so we have everything to make our remoulade sauce for the crab cakes. Other sauces that you can serve, regular mayonnaise, some people do that. There's a lemon, a Dijon, some people do. You could do a lemon mayo. So whatever you would prefer, you can obviously eat it without anything. I've even served crab cakes with a cayenne raspberry sauce, which is really good, by the way. But today we're making traditional remoulade. So to do that, we need mayonnaise. And I have 1/3 cup of mayo. To that, we're adding a generous teaspoon of Dijon. I like to use a really hearty Dijon. You could have one that's spicy too if you wanted, but we don't need that because to this we are adding 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne, a little bit of salt and pepper, and you can add the salt and pepper to taste. That was probably 1/4 teaspoon total, 1/8 to 1/4. This is 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. Paprika gives it a little bit of the color you're used to in the remoulade. You can see how that's changing colors. And our last few ingredients. Traditionally, it is made with a Worcestershire sauce. I am making this with a soy sauce, and it just adds a little bit of depth of flavor to it. And the last ingredient we need is an acid. So we are using lemon juice. This is 2 teaspoons of lemon juice. And we have a little bit of lemon zest as well. I've zested the lemon that I did squeeze for that. So spread that around as well. And give it a quick taste for salt and pepper. Tastes good to me. All right, so we are going to go ahead and plate our crab cakes. I'll see you back here in just a sec. All right, the best part of cooking is eating. So I get to eat this wonderful crab cake with the remoulade sauce that we've made. And Give it a taste, guys. That's pretty good. Crab cakes should be served warm. You can serve them cold if you wanted, or on a chilled plate. The remoulade sauce will keep for weeks in the refrigerator. The crab cakes will only keep for a couple of days. So if you did want to serve them cold, you absolutely could do that, although they are traditionally served warm. Thank you for watching What's Cooking with Rochelle. You can subscribe below to check out the latest video to come directly to you when we post them once a week. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye for now.